everybody, and welcome back to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will, I'm a D&D sex icon, and I'm back today with yet another episode of Skyrim, Death of a Dragonborn. We're back here with episode 5. Half a second's hesitation when I was just thinking of peacocks there for just a moment, but don't worry about that.
What's happening?
Who am I? We're back here with the full cast and crew, so let's go around, let's figure out who we are, and of course, who we are going to be playing. And let's start right next to me with Mr. Strider Heap. Strider, how you doing, my friend?
I'm trying to remember what those peacocks sound like. Could you refresh me? I think I've seemed to forgotten.
Perhaps momentarily I could, yeah.
My name's Strider Heap. I'm going to be playing Laren Ladlow. He's a dark elf from Morrowind. He's honestly a little bit of a dick, but I'm having fun playing him. He has a good heart despite him being pretty impulsive and spoiled rotten.
Amazing. Amazing. We also have Ellie from Beholder Gaming with us. How is it going, my friend?
Going well. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm ready to stretch you out some more.
Yes, great, yes. I am playing Claudia Meldor, member of the Imperial Dawn Guard. She has a wicked scar. She hates vampires. She's not a vampire.
Sure.
I should point that out.
Sure. A little bit column A, a little bit column B. Great stuff. We also have Nicholas back with us tonight. How's it going, my friend?
I'm boiling from a heat wave, and I'm dying from, Sebastian heat delirium. But I'm I'm here, and I will be playing Yodor, the very terrible Khajiit.
The garbage fire, because she, as he's been described in the past, I believe. Amazing. Well, it's dedication turning up to game while you are literally dying. So props to you, Nicholas. And of course, last but not least, we have Drop the Die of us tonight. How's it going, my friend?
It's going fairly well. It's also hot here, and a thunderstorm that seemed like the end of the universe just rolled by. But I'm here, and tonight I'm playing an Iron Maiden.
Yes, you are.
That's it.
that's all.
I'm playing a blood-soaked Iron Maiden. Good luck.
Amazing. You can press F to interact with it every now and again, and it can store a lot of your luggage as well. Great stuff. Well, before we dive into today's game, I'll of course remind you guys of a couple of things. I'll do a recap here in just a second as well. Of course, today we're sponsored by FancyGrounds.com, our virtual tabletop of choice. All of the dice roll, all the images, maps, and tokens are from FancyGrounds.com. So be sure to go and check them out. You can try them out for free, or of course you can try out their licenses start at just $4. So definitely go and check them out. And of course, if you play D&D or any role-playing game or board game, go to whalengames.co.uk. They do international shipping, and they have up to 20% off the retail value of almost all of the products over there. So definitely go and check them out because they're beautiful and support the shows. And of course, you guys know you can interact with today's show. If you haven't followed yet, we're just 2 followers away from a viewer decision where you guys get to decide something which happens next in the campaign. Also, here is a tweet for you guys. At 20 retweets, we'll have another viewer decision. And of course, you can donate to affect the game as well at any point during the show by giving players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges, and actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. So have fun of it, my friends. But let's remind ourselves, of course, what happened last week in a very eventful episode of Death of a Dragonborn, if I do say so myself. I think the favorite one of mine that we've had so far. The party were at a party, at Jarl Balgroup's party, being thrown in order to uncover vampires in Whiterun. There was a vampire in Jarl Balgroup's midst, and the party concocted a clever plan to smoke them out. Unfortunately, the plan went a little bit awry, as the party had previously agreed to follow a certain Daedric prince by the name of Sheogorath's command. They placed a magic wand underneath the bed of Jarl Balgroup and expected nothing bad to happen. Unfortunately, terrible things happened. Everyone at the party, including all of the guests, all of the guards there, began to become incredibly intoxicated. They became angry, they became lustful, they became drunk, they became high. And there was a full-on riot going on by the time that things were getting finished at the party. Casimir spoke briefly of Sheogorath and made a deal with Sheogorath yet again to play his game. At the end of this game, everything will be set back to normal and everything will be fine. But until then, there will be madness and there will be mischief. A burning red portal opened up behind Jarl Balgruuf. He was whisked away, falling into it, and the party heroically jumped after him. After a series of strange dreams and visions, the party found themselves in a vampire's castle, the castle of Ventul, who is a vampire of great power, it seems, and taunted them and offered them a bargain to join with him in darkness, to become a vampire. And of course, Dawnguard are set against the vampires and all who would turn up into them. But many others of the party saw what Ventul was saying. Casimir, Laren were both convinced. Yoda had a weird thing with a peacock, but we won't stay on that one for too long. And Ventul, after making this agreement, revealed himself to in fact be just Sheogorath in disguise, and there was a mad tea party taking place. Tricked yet again by the madman who is Sheogorath, the party stepped through another portal. Claudia was briefly turned into a sheep, it was a whole thing, and arrived in a plain of fire and ash and volcanoes, and they saw a looming black fortress in front of them. Stepping through towards it, they met with young Tom, a boy that they had met at the party before, but seemed to somehow be here as well. The party certainly weren't trusting Tom being here at all. Most likely, he's some kind of ghost or revenant or weird Sheogorath mad mind trick. But if they were to enter into the gates, if they were to find Jarl Balgruuf, who is being kept supposedly inside, which is of course their mission now, to finish Sheogorath's game, then one of them would have to make a sacrifice and step into the Iron Maiden before them. Casimir, the bold, he bravely stepped up to the task and offered himself to the rest of the party, saying that he will step into this Iron Maiden and take whatever sacrifice is needed. And that is where we ended the last week's episode of Casimir getting into the Iron Maiden on his own accord, which is always a sign that you're doing something right as a dungeon master, when your players are stepping into their own Iron Maidens with free will. But we, of course, here today, sponsored first and foremost by Helheim Unbound. We are using their rule set. It is on RPG now, rather, for just $5. We've converted this system very quickly, very simply, to be playing into the Elder Scrolls game, but you can set this really in any setting that you would like. Quick rundown of the system. It is a D6 pool-based system. You roll a bunch of D6s, and you are looking for 5s and 6s. It's as simple as that. You can get dice added and dice taken away due to various different circumstances, but that really is the core mechanic. So definitely go and check out Helheim. They're supporting and sponsoring the show, and we're having a great time playing it here today. So go and check those guys out. But let us go and let us dive back into the game, my friends, because we have an Iron Maiden to enter and we have consequences to deal with today. So the party stand and watch as Casimir, the Breton, steps inside this Iron Maiden. The young boy, Tom, smiles as he steps inside and shuts the coffin lid shut. And the rest of the party around you all is ash and fire, the dark fortress in front of you. As the coffin lid shuts, the gates bear open before you. And you see inside a courtyard and indeed a keep with great doors inside where you could enter. Tom remains by the Iron Maiden. You may now enter, though your friend cannot.
He's got to stay in there.
Tom opens the lid, and Casimir is no longer there. It's an empty Iron Maiden. I like one of those, I'll cut off your limbs, like disappearing magic tricks.
Claudia makes an attempt to run to the Iron Maiden and close herself into it.
Amazing. Also, quick sidebar, because Strider's asked me in the chat, but yes, Strider now has a ring which can summon mayonnaise. It can turn most average liquids into mayonnaise. Yeah, it doesn't summon it, I guess. It transforms, transmogrifies.
I was about to
fluids.
say transmogrify.
Yeah.
Transmog
Fluids into
mayo.
I can transmute mayonnaise.
Little Tom.
Claudia, you can go ahead and do that, yeah.
Okay, I don't
Absolutely.
have to roll. That's what I do.
You don't have to roll. Tom's not going to stop you, and you kind of go into the Iron Maiden. You know, he's just a little boy, really. He doesn't look like he'd have the strength to stop a Dawn Guard. You know, in a tracks.
I'll kick him on my way. That's what I try to do, so that's what I'm doing. I'm running to the Iron Maiden and I'm trying to close.
Alright, well, if you want to kick Tom, then you're going to have to make me an attack roll for that, actually.
I know, I just, in my heart, I do. I'm not.
In my heart, I know I need to.
So, that's yeah. So make a run for it, run to the Iron Maiden, and you just shove it and trying to open it, or if it's already open, run to it, close it.
Okay, okay. Yeah, you can open it up and you can dive inside. The coffin lid shuts closed, and you guys can no longer see or hear anything from Claudia. Tom doesn't look to be too miffed by this.
Yo, door, that was impulsive.
Yes. Little Tom, can you teach me to do that magic trick? Yes?
Tom looks at you and says, I cannot teach you magic, no. But you are in a world of magic now.
That's true, that's true.
He lifts open the coffin lid, and Claudia is no longer there.
Yes.
I'm sure the two of them can handle whatever's in that coffin.
Yeah, yes. I mean, they could be, impaled somewhere else. So that's rash. Let's not do that.
Well, I don't want to rash now.
No.
That's the last thing you want right now. Really, it's a pretty hot environment. Your skin is feeling pretty sensitive as it is. And it's sweating quite a lot. Your clothing's chafing with it. It feels like a little bit of a minor rash right now. Quite an issue. Really, probably one of the most pressing problems that you have. Tom,
let's get to that coffee hole before it turns into an intermediate rash.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It was colder in there. So let's go.
All right, you guys step in. We're gonna jump to Casimir and Claudia. And so both of you find yourselves, as you jump into this Iron Maiden, the coffin shuts onto you. You felt the incisions from tens of essentially knives digging their way into your body. And then you felt the darkness wrap itself around you once again. And a similar feeling to the dream that you had before, the collective dream that you all had before. And there's still darkness, but you hear the swinging of the Iron Maiden's coffin lid opening up. And Casimir, you're the first one to go in here. You are on one wound right now. You have 1 point of health from entering into this Iron Maiden. Fresh blood is on the tips of the daggers and knives on this spiked device. But you can stand wearily and groggily to your feet. As you kind of try and pull yourself out of this thing, it's not long before Claudia arrives in it behind you, similarly impaled, similarly on one wound behind you, and in the Iron Maiden itself.
So I will.
The Iron Maiden We see each other?
Casimir's
No, I
like
stepped
managed to
out.
come. Yeah, he's managed to
Okay.
step out by the time that you come in. Yeah.
So I turn around and go back to this entranceway into the Iron Maiden that I came out of, and I'll help Claudia out, knowing how it kind of hurts a little bit all over. And I'll say, "Why did you follow?"
I'm not going to let you do this alone. Whatever deal you made or whatever's going on, we're going to get you out of it. And you can't just put all of this on yourself. That guy manipulated all of us. It's not just on you.
Casimir takes a deep breath, like he's getting ready to say something, to fight you on it, but then he just stops, remembers all the hard-headed times he's had in his life, and he nods. He says, "All right, very well, but be on your guard."
You hear a little prung of the plucking of notes on an instrument from behind you, and you hear a voice. "There once was a hero named Sven. That's me." And you turn around, and you see the form of Sven, now commonly known as Sven the Hero, who you know to have died in a dragon attack. No, he died in the undead attack, and then there was a dragon attack which followed, in which you raised his body from the dead, and then he died again. He is standing before you now, lute in hand, dashing good looks, long red hair flowing from him, and he looks very pleased to see you in this dark chamber that you're in. "Hello,
Ben, you
friends.
look good.
I'm back."
Death becomes you.
"Well, it's really is my color." "Oh, I've been immortalized. I am Sven the Hero. It is good to see you again, friends. What brings you to these strange lands?"
Completely stupefied, Casimir stands there with his mouth slightly open for a minute. "I climbed in an Iron Maiden."
"Oh, you did? Well, then you two must be dead
Yes.
too."
I turn and look to Claudia.
I don't know. Let me try healing our skill. Let me see if I can heal us. 'Cause we're
I
pretty
say-
jacked up, right? So I'm gonna try casting grand
Sure.
healing to heal both of us.
Yeah. You reach out with your magic towards Casimir and yourself, and you watch as the magic just kind of like washes over your bodies and seems to do nothing.
Maybe we're dead, or this place is cursed, and we can't use magic.
I'll put a hand, or actually I'll just put my hand on Claudia's shoulder, and I'll say, "If this is Sheogorath's doing, he does not have to follow the rules." Sven,
I don't know
how-
about that, my friend, but it looks like you're dead. But maybe you'll be immortalized now as well. Like me, Sven, the hero.
How long have you been here, Sven?
Oh, it's tough to tell the time. I never was very good at telling the time. And, well, I don't get out so much as I once did. Could be days. Could be weeks. Time is less important once you're dead, as you'll soon find out.
I nod.
But if you are both dead, well, when I died, I had a grand tale sung about me, which I wrote. But perhaps it would be good to have a tale for you as well. I have to say I wasn't expecting company. Don't really have two songs in me. They call me One Swung Sven. For a reason. Claudia, I'm sorry. I mean, maybe later I could think up a song for you, but what say you, Casimir? Perhaps old Sven the hero, Master Bard, would create a song for you.
Really?
Not like we're going anywhere.
Absolutely, my friend. I just need some source material. Maybe you can help write me with some lyrics. I'm a lot better writing the music myself. Words are difficult to me. I'm not very good at wording. Not very good at wording. So much.
Very serious.
Words, I can't
Casimir.
make them happen so good.
Casimir kind of nods very seriously, and he says, "The only thing I've wanted since I was a little boy was to be sung of. I'll help how I can."
Very well. Then let's get to it then. There's nothing else for us to do here. And Sven sits down with a quill and paper which he retrieves from his pocket and begins to help you write a song. Cutting back to Laren and Yodua, you guys come to the courtyard, and the keep itself has a bunch of doors that you can go into. It's actually already open. And it looks to be less so a throne room that you might be expecting, and more so a treasure room in front of you. Maybe about 100 feet in the distance, down this dark corridor, you guys can spot. I mean, this is like a vault door, and Yodua and Laren probably are familiar with these kind of vault doors. Like, this is where you keep your top treasures. It's closed right now, but inside it must hide many treasures.
Yodor, I've been thinking. None of this is real, right? This is old Shale Gorath trying to have some fun. If we want to get out of here alive, what say you and I put on a show? Like, make this good for him, so he enjoys watching it. Maybe we can get out.
That sounds like a good idea, yes.
Well, I mean, if anyone's going to put on a show, it's going to be you.
Yes, of course. I am the only one that is not trained in music here. I am a natural. So, what kind of show did you have in mind, my friend?
Well, what's Shale Gorath going to want to watch? Obviously, he wanted to see someone be impaled. Let's just go ahead with things and...
So we should find someone to impale.
let's just see what happens.
The only other person with me right now is Tom.
yeah. Where is Tom?
I'm not saying be chaotic. I'm just saying he might like it if you are.
Me?
Both of us. We'll go through, we'll play his little game. Let's just keep going. Let's see what's... This seems like more your speed, anyway.
Right, but what if this isn't a magical dream? What if it is real, and then Yudo really wants to see what's in this special room of Geogoa? What does he think are treasures? Is it gold? Or is it, little wooden spoons that he can beat people in the head with?
Cheese wheels, if the story's to be believed, but let's go see for ourselves. I'm sure he doesn't want us standing around talking.
And I will attempt to lockpick the door.
Roll me a lockpick, yeah.
Oh, 5 guys. That's 2 successes.
Nice. So Yodur, clearly whoever put this lock on was not prepared for the skills of someone like yourself. And talented master of the arts that you are, you crack open the lock, and all it's going to require is just a big heave, probably from both you and Laren, and you'd be able to open up this door itself.
Let's push. Little Tom, you can help as well. And I will push.
Yeah, I'm gonna help out. Okay, so the two of you shoulder in to the door, and opening up before you, you see a treasure vault, unlike any other that you have seen before. This is a vaulted treasure room filled with gold and gems and pieces of armor that glitter, and you'll also see jewels in there, magical looking swords and bows, and I mean this is, you know, you're looking at like Smaug's hoard right now. This is, the glint of gold is in both of your eyes.
Udo did not expect this.
Doesn't that strike you as a little specific?
Yes. It's...
I mean, this definitely seems like your expertise in here.
Yeah, it's so close to the courtyard. It's almost smells like a trap.
Well, if anyone could get out of a trap.
It's possibly the one I have escaped a few traps by blaming people, but you know, there are very little people to blame here. But yes, oh boy, and I will try to stuff some of the gold into my pockets.
Goes right in. It's got that comforting heaviness that that coin has, and it's a really nice feeling, oh dear.
Yeah, I have not felt this rich since 5 years ago. It was But I imagine, Laron, you feel rich all of the time, yes?
That sounds like one hell of a story 5 years ago. You'll have to catch me up on it sometime. Gold is alright, I guess. I mean, you can only have so much, and then as long as you have a way to obligatory travels, get out there. Why don't you grab one of them swords and we'll see what else this place has in store for us.
Yes. And I will take one of the swords and possibly shield that looks more like it will break because it's probably made of gold or something.
Yeah, if Yoda takes like the gold shield, like the clearly ceremonial, it's basically like a platter, and he's gonna like put it onto his arm, and that might work. And he's got this like obviously ceremonial gold sword as well, that probably couldn't withstand too many a blow. It's more of a king's dinner knife or steak knife than anything else.
You are the visage of a hero.
And if we can escape with these things, I can sell them. It's a win-win situation.
One kind of plan. I'm a little more preoccupied with the escaping bit, so
yes. We need to find Shiagawa and possibly. Well, there are lots of plans we can make, but we can push him into the fire. We can. We can probably make him laugh at our attempt to push him into the fire, at least.
Maybe we shouldn't put on a good show. What if we put on too good of a show and he likes watching us and he decides to watch us for all eternity instead of letting us go back home?
That is a good point, my friend. It would be terrible. We need to make a shamble of a show. That's we are good at. Yes.
I mean, technically, yeah. Is there anywhere else to explore from here? Is it just this one hallway?
There are other, this vault itself, I mean, it's huge. There's certainly a fair amount to explore around here. But there are also staircases leading upwards that look to go to higher chambers as well.
Yeah, I think we will attempt to go higher.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You guys head upwards and get ever further upwards. Back with Claudia and Casimir, though, you see that old Sven has been helping Casimir, to write this song. And he's got a little bit done. Casimir's probably a better lyricist than Sven, which is probably saying something. Maybe if it goes like this, and we could change to talking about how your hand is made of stone and how you're saving the Jarl, right? That's what you're doing?
Yes.
Don't forget about the twisted wand. Forget about the twisted wooden wand.
The wand. We'll try and work it in here. How about something like this? Ever since he was just a young boy, Casimir the Bold, he wanted to be a hero, a warrior, a pirate, ahoy, worthy of song, of a jamboree. He traveled all across Skyrim for this, and that's where he met a fine young Khajiit. Bit of a stretch. The Khajiit Yodor, he helped good Casimir. Together they freed the old captured lord. Casimir the Bold, a hero to the bone. His heart was cold, but his hand was made of stone. And that's when the power rifts come in with Yodor.
I like it.
I think it's a working demo. We could bring this to people, and they could like it. Maybe some refinement.
It also screams of Sven, and that is what the people want.
This is true. Now, if we could only find something to rhyme with Balgruf.
Yes, that is a problem.
But I tell you what, I think the others are here, and they might need your help. If I know anything about this place, is that you don't really want to split up. So I'll keep working on this, and see what I can do. And he kind of shows you to a door out of here. They are probably in the treasure room, if I know them. Ha ha ha. Oh, good luck being dead, by the way.
I nod, and I say, Sven, you are the best boy. And I appreciate your help. And I will sing of you always. Pat, pat, pat.
Thank you.
Come, Claudia. I'm sure Yodor is stealing something.
Bye, Sven. Sorry, I turned you into a doorstop.
Goodbye, Yodor. Yeah,
okay, that made me laugh. I'm sorry I turned you into a doorstop.
So, the best boy himself.
Yeah, from this room, he points to this door that leads into the treasure room. Does this seem like a castle or a cave? Does it seem like inside a house?
Fit for a castle. Yeah, fit for a castle.
Fit for a castle? Okay.
Sven knows your door. Achievement unlocked. So, yeah, his quest has been fulfilled there, I'm sure. So Casimir and Claudia come out of this chamber, and Laren and Yodor, just here heading up, you'll turn to see the two of them making the entrance into the vault room.
Friends, you're here.
That is a mighty good Casimir impression you have, Sheogoreth.
No, well, I suppose he would be. Now I look vexed. I'm like, how do I... Claudia. Claudia, say something.
I hate vampires.
See? I gesture at Claudia.
Could Sheogoreth split into clues?
I mean, anyone that's seen Claudia for 30 seconds, she tells them that she hates vampires.
That is true. In the other room, we met Sven, the hero. He says that we are dead. Regardless if I am Sheogoreth or not, I think that you should treat this as though we may actually be dead.
All right.
Also,
As far as you're concerned.
So I think.
Oh, so you can't do what Claudia can do? Yeah, that makes sense.
No, I can't do it. I am Claudia. What are you talking about?
Super convenient.
Well, I mean, I might be Sheogorath and not even know it.
That's true.
Who were any of us?
How can we be sure you're not Sheogorath?
You can't be. I mean,
You hear a voice. You hear a voice calling down from somewhere above in this chamber. Perhaps there should be a way to test which one of us is Sheogorath.
I'll say,
Yeah.
clearly that one. Clearly that one is not Sheogorath. It's too obvious. So it has to be one of
Let's
us
face it.
four.
If it were me, would I be foolish enough to say I am Sheogorath? And who's to say I can't be many of you at the same time? Who's to say when Casimir and Claudia went into there, I didn't bamboozle the both of them? Or perhaps I boozled the bams of both Yodur and Laren while they weren't looking? Perhaps you're all me. You thought about that?
Yes, we are all Sheogorath. This makes
Actually, no,
sense.
you're not. But one of you is. If you can figure out which one of me is me, you can move on.
I think it's Little Tom.
Not him, he's obviously me.
Yes, so I mean
look
we
at
win.
him.
We can go home.
He's a creepy child, and I brought you to
good
a
job,
plane of
Yodo.
fire, of course. That doesn't
Good
count.
job, Yodur, you figured it out. What? Now he's cheating.
You watch as Tom pulls into melts into a pool of flesh before your very eyes. Now find the other one, else I'll do that to all of you. See you soon. Toodaloo.
Well,
This seems awfully well planned for a god of chaos, don't you think?
Yes.
it also feels
It's
so spur of
improv,
the
you
moment.
fool. It goes down I'm a genius.
Yes, and
Your college training comes back. The College of Bards training.
Yodur, if you were Yodur, pretending to be Sheogorath, what would you say?
I would say I was pretending to be Sheogorath. I would say I don't know. You stumped me. Trying to imagine what Sheogorath would say if he was me. I am me.
Have you ever
wrong?
seen Yodur stomped for woods? Mate, he always has something to say.
Sounding a lot like Sheogorath right now.
Yeah.
I've never heard Yodur not know what to say.
Exactly.
Stop it. Everybody, stop it. You're on. This is ridiculous. None of us
Is it?
are Sheogorath except for Sheogorath.
Oh, she's
Would-
very quick to point the finger. You hear the voice call down from above.
Fuck up. Where is this voice coming from?
Can I keep walking up the stairs? Like, is there a trap door?
Yeah.
The staircase is there before you.
I'm just gonna keep walking upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll also walk up the stairs and try to.
Cool.
Well,
You
We're all like suspiciously looking at one another going up the
Not
staircase. Claudia's in the back. We're not Sheogorath.
sir. So you guys are going up. As you go, it's like a spiraling staircase, which is winding its way upwards. As you come round to the second circumference of it, you come to a wall,
Like a dead end?
like a dead end.
The way I figure, there's three possibilities. we turn around and something's changed, there's a secret way into there, or we failed some kind of riddle or puzzle.
I will knock on the door. On the wall.
I'm not in right now.
Well, could you please open the wall for us?
Oh, yes, of course. And the staircase disappears, along with the ground beneath your feet. And I'd like everybody to roll an equivalent of a dexterity to catch this in time and grab onto something that's stable.
I'm spending a weird point. Can I spend a weird point on that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can I sell you on
We're already stacked up.
Yeah, anyone wants to spend hero points, feel free.
I have literally nothing that could help me out in this situation.
I have athletics.
Look at that roll.
What is that, 4?
I got 1 success.
Yes! Wow.
I got non-success.
See, I have athletic and survivor, but I also have stone-handed, so I'm just gonna roll 2.
Yeah. The stones fall away from you guys as you're trying desperately to catch onto anything. Laren just manages to hold onto the side of the wall as he's falling down before landing and breaking his legs. However, Yodur does not. He is a cat, however, so they always land on their feet. The problem being, Yodur, when you land, you break both of your feet from this fall. And there are shards of bone which crack underneath your feline feet. Claudia's safe, as is Casimir manages to grab on as well, and you guys can come back down to the treasure vault floor safely.
What kind of wound is this? Is this a major or a critical?
You take, let's see, you take at least 4 wounds from this.
Yeah.
Oh.
So 1 major then.
I'm gonna, so Claudia's gonna go over to Hodor and use her medicine and her healing supplies to try to help, since I know my magic isn't gonna work here.
Sure. Yeah, you can give me a roll.
Okay.
If Yodur would have been Shiogoth, this would not have happened.
You say screaming, clutching your feet.
You've made a point at least. Claudia, you know to basically I guess bandage up his foot, splint. Yeah. Splint his.
But I can help.
Yeah, his feet. He's in no fit state to walk anytime soon. He's probably going to need to be carried. I mean, it's not really an immediate relief of pain either, but it's going to help him in the long run. When his bones do fix themselves, they should fix themselves correctly. But right now, Yoda's in a world of pain.
If we get out of here and you aren't, and you still don't have broken feet, I can heal you, but you cannot walk. So
Yodur doesn't feel like trying to walk anyway.
The voice calls down and says, "Well, that was fun. Now find which one of you is me, or else I'll kill you all." Again.
No, I mean maybe if you weren't weighed down with so much stolen gold, you wouldn't hit the ground so hard. Your feet would still be fine.
No, I have had riches before, and my feet were functioning perfectly then. It is not linked together.
I think Yodur is Yodur. I mean that.
Agreed.
Alright, that means one of you 2 clowns that walked in. Obviously, it can't be me, because I was already here, and I never jumped in this sparky coffin, so...
Unless, of course, you were replaced before.
Oh shit, you think I've been replaced?
Think to yourselves. I mean, it's like you guys have all gone crazy. Like, you've all smoked skooma for hours, and now you're nuts.
Yeah.
That's the next one. I like that.
What if it's me?
It's not you. Stop self-sacrificing.
That's right. He is trying to self-sacrifice. That's something Casimir would do.
If it's not Lauren, and it's not Eudor, and it's not you, Claudia, then it has to be me.
It's not. What? How?
Claudia's just having a meltdown
every week. Just fucking kills me.
How? How is it?
Sheogorath, is there any consequences for getting this wrong?
Lots. Haven't decided what yet.
No, wrong.
You need a PhD in being Sheogorath.
All right.
I think it is. I think it is me.
Where else can we go and find this? He might be hiding in this place because he was in the room upstairs. We heard him through the door.
Yes.
The wall, and then the floor disappeared. And
yes. Sorry about that.
I am not so sure how that happened because it's odd.
Yes.
I'm starting to believe we are in a mystical realm and not in the real world.
That's what I was saying.
He's just now starting to believe it. It's at this point.
It was like, I think I finally got enough information.
Jumping through 2 portals wasn't enough. No.
No.
Oh, right, that one's definitely Eudor. I believe that. Casimir, tell us something only Casimir could tell us. Something that was said before we got the wand, and Sheogorath couldn't spy on us.
I told you that I wanted to take you to the Filthy Fox Tavern in Markarth.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, okay then. Well, that checks out.
Oh my god.
Claudia, you tell us something.
Oh, I actually let the vampires that we ran into in the cave go free.
Did you?
There wasn't a vampire there.
It wasn't.
Yes.
Yes.
Perhaps we should only say things that we would all remember.
The fears aren't been forever, honestly.
Almost 8 weeks. I say, my friends, and I kind of try to speak under my voice, and I say, we have to play along. Regardless, point a finger, choose. I will live with the consequences if it is me.
You said that with the Iron Maiden. Stop it.
And that worked out great. Here we are, Claudia. Spit the water.
Casimir, you have a point of saying the same thing to Eudor. He just wants to have a fun time and for us to put on a show. I mean, that's all this is.
Hendrix just want to have fun.
Maybe we should start a singing number.
Yeah, probably, but he thought it was hilarious when my feet broke. So I mean, I cannot tap dance. But I can use my natural talent to bring him some soothing music, I think. And I will get my flute and I will.
Fine, Casimir Sheogorath.
He is. Do we all agree?
This is the same exact problem as the last one. You want us to unanimously send someone into the pokey thing. Now you
There's
want
no
us
pokey
to...
thing here. I could bring in a pokey thing.
Yeah,
I've
just...
got a lot of pokey
you.
things. They go lots of different ways.
This isn't
In,
creative
out,
at all.
shaking all about.
This is the exact same puzzle. We just need to pick someone. Casimir, you got to go last time. How about me?
I don't know if Casimir
not-
can do that.
I do not like it. But if it is your wish.
All right, take your sword back.
I take it back.
Look at me, I'm definitely Shea Gorath, and if I was, I'd be a much better one anyway.
Burn.
Amazing. We all concur. Good. All right then. You're me. And Laren, you turn into Shea Gorath. It is now your sole task to create a puzzle to bamboozle or confuse Yodur, Casimir, and Claudia. This is your realm, so you could do absolutely anything you could possibly like.
See, and Strider has too much practice with this shit. I would have been terrible.
Like, yes, I chose Strider. Great. Shea Gorath. Where do they find themselves?
Oh man, no preparation actually makes me feel like I'm in character, you know? All right. If I have control of the realm, gold parts, little sharp bone-like fragments start jutting up out of the stone. Stone on the floor starts cracking, tearing, rending. Red lightning zaps around the room. Another fiery portal. Anyone who's played the game Oblivion will quite recognize the big eyeball-looking portcullis that erects itself in front of you.
I step inside.
Of course he does.
Your door does not step inside.
I don't think you could.
No.
Your door crawls.
Yeah. He's very undignified. However, it's not the worst thing I have experienced.
You're gonna crawl in.
Yeah.
Cool.
Claudia's not gonna help Theodore.
You watch as your dog crawls inch by inch into the portal. It looks like the most painful thing you've ever seen, like going over hot coals. Every step is every crawl, every breath that he pulls is a ragged one. And then you're alone there with Shea Gorath. What do you want to do, Claudia?
Nothing. I'm just going to sit here baffled. My character is baffled by everything that's happening right now. This is insane. It's insane. That's it. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm basically acting exactly like I'm acting
This
right
seems
now.
like a victory for Shea Gorath, then. Very well.
Well, I mean,
then, I mean,
technically,
Shea Gorath,
by the literal definition, yeah.
So, she clearly has been bamboozled by you, Shea Gorath. Opening this portal is just one thing too many for the I guess the straight-minded, quick problem-solving of Claudia. You have the Wubberjack. What would you like to turn Claudia into?
Oh, man. A majestic, Skyrim moose, I think. Huge antlers get stuck everywhere. Everyone tries to ride you. It's
weird, but it works. Claudia becomes a moose. The moose becomes on the loose as Sheogorath leads it into the portal. As the rest of them jump through, Sheogorath, where do they find themselves?
They find themselves on the Daedric Plain of Oblivion. The ground is cracked and scorched, more so than outside, charred black. Pools of primordial magma, oozing, bubbling all around. Corpses at their feet, wearing archaic armor. Some kind of keep-burled Cyrodiil sigil on the front. Helmets of a bygone era. As Casimir steps through, one lone human in the same regalia runs up. My gods, it's the hero of Kvatch! You have to save us!
I look around, and then I say, of course. Take me to where I need to go. I'll go.
Well, aren't you the one with experience in all this? I don't know what I'm doing. They're dead. They've been marching through the portal all night. The town, it's... I didn't even know anyone was still alive.
I do the supportive hand on the shoulder thing again to this individual, and I do that grave and serious nod about the time Yodur comes crawling through the portal.
Yodur is not having a great hour.
Where is Claudia?
I don't know.
She did not come, did she?
Perhaps she was delayed by Hugo. I don't know. Hugo was focused on crawling.
I squat down in front of Yodur and I say, Yodur, my friend, do I have your permission to carry you? We have
yes,
worked.
Please. This is terrible. I mean, I'm having the worst hour of my life.
I'll throw my pack off, everything but my sword, and kind of scoop Yodur so that he can hold on around my neck, kind of thing.
Yeah, as you scoop the Khajiit up, a moose walks through. Looks about big enough to ride.
Can I talk? What happens when I try to talk? Anything? Words come out, or
yeah, you can speak. Yeah, you can speak. That's Claudia.
It's fucking stupid. I
yes.
hate it here.
Like a teenager.
I say, Claudia?
I know you're gonna try to ride me, aren't you?
I was going to ask for your door. I can carry him. Fine, your door. I nod at him knowingly.
I say, for anything else right now, so.
I say, Claudia, I would offer for you to ride on my back as well, but I do not think I can manage. Turn back to this individual.
An exotic regal steed, and looking after the Khajiit, this the tails fall short, man.
So you have heard of Yodur, that's good.
Claudia, the town is in trouble.
No, it's not. It's not real. My fucking
Claudia,
mood.
not You're doing this again in public. Look, we agreed to come here and have a good time. You two cover your ears. We agreed to come here and have a good time. No, what would you have me do, Claudia?
I would. I don't know anything else we can do to play along with this stupid game, but you have to know that this town really isn't in trouble, and this is bullshit that's gonna get us into more trouble.
Agreed.
Okay, let's do it.
Now, unfortunately, you are all going to find that there is nothing I can do to actually help you here. We're not any longer in my realm. We're in the realm of Mehrunes Dagon. I do certainly hope that you are. At least one of you is a well-read historian.
I will try to recall information about Mehrunes Dagon.
Cool.
And
yes, have a history.
Yes, during the course of our adventures, my fame grew enough that I could take on a new skill.
Nice.
So I can remember the important shit. It is a broad skill. And I will be spending a weird on this.
I'm going to give that to every character I make from now on.
It took 8 fame, but let's do it. 4 successes.
Amazing. Shigurov, what does he know of this place and of... are you specifically looking after, trying to recall information on Mehrunes Dagon, or just this place that you're in? Okay.
Mehrunes Dagon invaded. Mehrunes Dagon tried to mount an assault and invasion of the normal world, the corporeal and material plane. He did so by opening up large fiery gates and sending armies of all kinds of nigh immortal Daedras and whatnot through. He was eventually stopped by one of the previous Dragonborns, actually, Martin Septim, along with the hero of Kvatch. The invasion started, of course, at the town of Kvatch, where the portal opened up out of the blue one night. Monsters and demons marched through and sacked the town. Now, I hope that you remember history, because, well, things can get a little chaotic if the timeline's messed with, things change in the past, if a butterfly flaps its wings. You've heard the whole story.
I don't remember any moose being in the stories. So, Claudia, you have to remain hidden. No door, my friend. Come. Claudia, flank us.
Alright.
This is so absurd. I can't handle it.
Oh, man. But you know how it's going to get even more absurd? With a viewer decision. So, you guys in chat are going to answer me this question. What appears at Kvatch? What appears? What shows up? Could be a person. Could be an object. Could be... I mean, anything you guys can think of. Actual cannibal Shadowbur. So, I'll throw that to you guys. So, mounting up, and are you guys heading towards the town?
Yeah.
Cool.
Obviously. Probably, because I can't.
Yeah, we will. Well, we will, but we're gonna flank so that we're not in the
flank
story.
around. Yeah, 1, 2. Yeah. It's the untold version.
Yeah.
They always cut out the moose.
behind-the-scenes version of the assault.
The making of.
Mehrunes Dagon.
The director's cut. Moose never gets no love. Alright, you guys are flanking round. Casimir, as you are getting closer, you see before you that Well, Sheogorath, at this point, is the town, are they already dead? Are they, is there a battle still ensuing? Whereabouts are we then?
Yes, big stone walls in a octagonal pattern frame what used to be a peaceful town. There's pillars of smoke, there's screaming, there's clattering of steel, and strange guttural screaming into the night from things that sound completely inhuman. It seems as though some kind of battle rages on inside.
What do you do, Casimir?
I'm going to basically just try to assess the situation, and from my knowledge of what happened I believe it was 200 years ago, if we're in Skyrim time, I'll try to recall what happened in this tale, in this story, and try to be approximately in the right place to try and make sure that nothing gets royally fucked up.
Sure,
That's
so
my
like,
only plan. That's all I've
Casimir
got.
does the equivalent of like getting up on one monitor a YouTube Let's Play of that scene from Oblivion and tries to play it through at like the same time, making the same actions.
Pretty much.
So, yeah. I mean, the story being told 200 years ago has gotten to greater and grander heights as, you know, it's been told. But you're pretty sure that the hero of Kvatch came in and killed everything. And it killed all the bad guys and saved the day. So, you know, there aren't really more detailed instructions in the story itself, other than the hero came and sort of saved everyone, and it was all better once he came, and then he went on to do great things. So your guideline is a rough one.
Easier to work with. So what I'm going to do, knowing that the story, because I played Oblivion, knowing that the story took place in like the town center,
right,
we'll flank around the outside of that octagonal wall and see if we can't stem the tide, as it were, hamming it up the whole way, trying to put on a good show, hoping that I don't get anyone killed.
All right. You see that there are some, you know, guards in there fighting desperate battles against these imp-like creatures. Meanwhile, Claudia the Moose and Yodur, the now hobbled Khajiit, you guys are flanking around. Are you guys trying to do so stealthily, or are you trying to do so quickly?
I think I'm just trying to keep up. So I mean, you know, as a moose, and
trying to keep up,
Claudia, I'm not going to try to be sneaky. I'm going. This is all bullshit. So.
Is Claudia close by?
You're on me, aren't you?
No.
I thought you were on. I thought I was carrying you.
Yodur can be on my back because Claudia said she didn't want anybody to ride.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that. Yeah. And Claudia, you can absolutely be right here. I don't mind. A moose is pretty terrifying.
I was thinking if I should use
a
my
battle
new
moose.
spell.
Certainly is. Okay.
I have a new spell that's called invisibility.
Useful. Would you like to cast said spell?
Yes, on Claudia, so we have an invisible moose.
That's a no other note.
There you go, man.
That's great. That's perfect. Yodur, you will watch as Claudia becomes invisible. She's obviously still there. You can still like hear her and everything, but definitely no longer visible to the naked eye.
Yodur, if you, since you're a little, Yodur, since you are a little gimpy right now, how about I help you out, let you spread a little bit more heroicism or chaos or what have you. If it's okay with Will, the Larified Sheogorath would love to give his big Wabbajack staff over to Yodur.
Amazing. Yodur, you hold in your hands
dream. This is his dream.
an item of such power.
There's no chance at all that this will change anything or mess with the timeline or... I mean, who knows? Skyrim might not even be there for you to get back to.
Well, and I will aim it at Hyogorap and fire. Because we were not in his realm.
Oh man, I love the idea. It was too much. I feel like Sheogorath probably just poops out of existence.
Thank you. Yeah,
but
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. For a moment, there's like Sheogorath gets an almost sheepish look to him, and then there's a poof, and he's gone.
I like where your head's at, but not now, Yodor.
Well, it was worth a try.
What do we see in this bone and magma-covered hellscape?
Indeed. Before you, as you get towards the keep, and this is Will's own very vague knowledge of what Kvatch was when I was like 12. There is it's
a horseshoe with a church in the middle.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, big church in the middle, and there are like these imp demons fighting guards everywhere. And there's probably like 8 imps around here. There's like a fair amount of little battles going on, little skirmishes that are happening. As you guys approach, you see that 3 of them are rushing towards you. What would you guys like to do?
Yodor?
Yes?
I point. Do something!
What was happening? I blanked out a little.
There are a bunch of imps approaching us. We have an invisible moose, and you are on my back with a giant...
What's not to follow? I mean, come on. Could it get any more tropey?
I will fire ice shard at them, hoping to use at least one.
Okay. Yeah. Roll me. The Wobblejack will give you an extra 5 dice to roll with.
Okay.
Dang.
So 5 successes.
Nice. Wow. So what creature would you like to turn this imp into?
Well, how about chicken?
How about a chicken? That sounds good to me.
Why not a peacock?
Yeah. You will watch as this imp just comes and it flaps its wings around you. The other 2 are going to get the chance to come in, and they are going to swipe their little claws towards Casimir, who appears to be the leader of this band. Let's see. It's 1 success from them, and then secondly, 1 success. So that probably doesn't even pierce through your armor, Casimir.
It doesn't.
They kind of like scratch at you and bite, but they seem a little bit more distracted by the fact that one of their companions is now a chicken.
I will retaliate.
You can't see me.
Sorry, Claudia?
You can't see me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
I'm gonna run at them when it gets my turn and then attack them with my head. My antlers and run through.
Please.
When I get a chance, that's what I'm gonna do. I think you're retaliating, no, Casimir. I'm just letting you know what I'm doing.
Please go first. I would love that you would be charging at them and I don't even see you and just something happens.
Please,
chicken.
I don't know what, just roll a normal, like...
Roll me an extra 2 dice in addition to your normal 2.
Okay. I'm gonna spend a weird, too.
Okay. I would like Casimir to roll me like a riding test, I suppose, like an animal handling to stay on Claudia's back.
I didn't think you... Okay.
I'm not on Claudia's
you know on your back?
back.
Oh, sorry.
But
for some reason I'm
how
looking at someone.
How about I do a roll to get out of Claudia's way?
Please, yeah, please.
He's a moose. Moose are giant.
What will happen to your door then?
You're on my back. You're here for the ride.
So your door is on Claudia's back, right?
I am a sentient
Your door
moose.
is-
I will work around you.
I thought I
door
was
is
on Kashmir
My back.
because Claudia
Has-
didn't want someone to ride her.
Right.
Okay. So yeah,
This just
you can
keeps
definitely
getting
roll like
more
a dex to
complicated.
jump out the way, Catherine.
All right, so I start out with 2 dice. I'm gonna add 1 for athletic, and then 1 for survivor. Ooh, 1 success. I will spend a weird to turn 2 of those into successes. So 3 successes.
Awesome. So you dive out of the way as an invisible charging moose comes towards you and headbutts in with its antlers the closest imp, sending it flying away with a leaving just one of them behind. You'll do it while you're on the back of the moose. You can still act, but not be able to move very well.
I was on the back of Kashmir, so I'm probably rolling around with him.
Okay.
Yeah, no one's on the moose.
No
Yeah,
one's on the
the
moose.
moose is my
William,
Sorry, I was
no
just,
one
I've
is
been
on
distracted
this
by something.
moose.
I want
It
someone to
is
go
your
on the moose,
dream,
okay?
but no one is on this.
I ride the moose.
Badly you wanted that, Will. I would have let it happen. I'm sorry.
One of the imps is going to jump onto Claudia's back.
Oh my god.
With 3 successes. And that's basically the attack roll. So that's a 3 against you, Claudia, so you can roll like your defense.
Really?
free-
Okay.
Yeah, 3 successes. It's jumped onto your back. It is now riding you. Just goddamn it. And all right, so there's only 1 that breaks through. So most likely your arm will help with that. It's like on your back and it's being really irritating right now, and it's like got the reins of you, and it's out of control, man. We'll say that we'll say that Laren reappears at this point, so that Strider can play while Sheergaroth's been poofed away. Laren reappears. Laren, you're back here. What would you like to do?
I cannot tell you all how much fuck I have going on in my head right now.
There's a chicken like spurring at me and flapping its wings. I know.
And there's a flying imp, or what appears to be flying imp.
Yes.
What appears to be, it's kind of just thrashing about in midair on some invisible creature. Yeah, let's just say we soak the thrashing about imp in midair with fire, because why not?
Cool.
Okay, that seems right to me. That's 2 successes.
Nice. Describe to me how you defeat this imp.
No idea why it's thrashing about. Hands come up, and luckily, seemingly pinpoint accuracy, little stream of fire just immolate the entire thing. Just a little shriveled, black, impy silhouette falling to the ground.
Amazing. Okay, so the group of you watches you defeat this first band of imps. Before you, there is the kind of bridge, the causeway leading into Kvatch, where several more of these little minions appear to be fighting desperately against. Well, the guards themselves seem to be fighting desperately. Several of them, you can see dead bodies down there already. What would you guys like to do at this point?
I'm going to try to pick out the best route to get around and kind of break off this causeway, kind of jam it up so nothing else comes across. But I will offer Yodor to ride on anybody else or stay on my back while we run.
Hey, would anyone like to remain or jump onto our good friend Casimir's back here?
I'll remain because I don't think Laron is a little bit weaker, probably, and well, Claudia is invisible, so
just got this thing hanging off me. It's like moving.
Happy to have you, I say.
Let's charge.
And
I will point.
you point the Wabajack over my shoulder. Yeah. So that's what we do. I'm a little tank with a Wabajack shooting off randomly. I'm actually...
Good.
Yeah, Will, I'm actually going to cast this spell, because I think this is actually what I'm going to keep doing, is just running around with Yodor. So I'm going to try and cast a spell on myself, something like Oak Flesh or Stone Flesh.
Okay, cool.
So that's going to be...
that roll.
I forgot this pool was so big. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 successes.
Amazing. Yeah, you cast the spell, and your skin turns like stone, like the rest of your body becomes like your thumb, I suppose. And as the group of you charge in towards Kvatch, and unfortunately, I'm gonna have to leave it there, my friends. I'm sorry, we're like super early, but I just got hit by something of a IRL curveball, so I'm going to have to run. Right now, I'm afraid. Super sorry to end right now, and I will carry on as soon as we can next week. But unfortunately, this is super time sensitive, and I'm gonna have to run and deal with some stuff. But let's whip around real quick for you guys with your shoutouts and stuff. I'm super sorry for ending. It's super unprofessional, but I gotta go.
Life happens, my friend. You are good.
All right, my guys. Let's go around real quick. Strider, we find you online somewhere.
Yeah, check me out in Counter Roleplay on Wednesdays doing Star Wars. Let us know if we can do anything to help you out, man.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. I'll keep you guys appraised on Twitter about what's going on. It's not the end of the world. We're gonna figure it out. Ellie.
Hi, I'm Ellie. You can find me right now on Facebook at Beholder Gaming, and that's pretty much my main spot right now. I tweet not as much as I'd like, so yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. And Nicholas.
You can find me at Winter everywhere, and I will be starting Start With That Number campaign on Sunday.
Amazing. Thank you, Nicholas. And Drop the Die.
Come on over to Twitter, Drop the Die. I'm going to be in Discord tonight while we catch up on Critical Role, and we can all cry together and get pissed off at one another. Will, you need anything, let me know, man.
I appreciate it, guys. I really do. I'll see you guys in chat. I'll see you guys here real soon. I'm going to run. Love you guys. See you next week for more Encounter Roleplay. I'll keep you guys updated on Twitter and Discord and stuff like that. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye. Bye.